Hey everyone, my name is Greg, and today I'm going to teach you how to manufacture fake outrage and get a lot of clicks, make a lot of money, unnecessarily demonize an entire community. The first step you're going to want to take is find a community that's incredibly easy to scapegoat. Best catch-all option for this is it just generic, anyone who doesn't lean left, straight cis white people, but you can also get more specific and go with straight people or cis people. Once you've identified your target community, you're going to want to invent something for them to do. Be careful though, because it shouldn't be something they would actually do or want, because that wouldn't get people mad enough. No, exaggerated caricature of that community. For example, do you think men are on a diabolical rampage to oppress women? Of course not. That's ridiculous. But the internet doesn't know that. So, just tell everyone that the evil cis white hetero males out want to make women stay in the kitchens. That will infuriate everyone and make them hate those awful straight men. But it will get lots of people to click and click on and share your article about it, which means publicity engagement and ad revenue for you. And who cares about the people you're demonizing? Those people are mostly white, and therefore you don't have to care about them because, well, as we all know, facts are vastly overrated. But what's that you say? No one's gonna believe in your source. It's just some random, government website, or I guess government, or maybe even an educational website, I should say. Well then, it's time that I taught you how to manipulate a survey for your benefit using the I'm the victim example. You can send out a survey to a bunch of people that look like this. The questions could ask stuff like, do you wish you had more money but want to work less? And why shouldn't those with more be forced to give some to you so you can have more equal society? Because of the person taking the survey, that all sounds good. Oh, it sounds like it's good fun. It's hypothetical. They're being asked some weird internet survey where anyone can ignore reality. Why not see if they agree that biology is fake, or money won't lose value just from printing, or all the police hate minorities, or that video games make people sexist. That stuff is fun. And after all, this survey is just seeing what people think, right? And that's how you get them. Then only report on their answers after you twist it around to make yourself look like you're being oppressed and ignore their reasons for answering the way they did, because that would only complicate things. And then instead of saying that some trolls on the internet wanted to piss off easily triggered people, say that 1 in 4 people think women should be in the kitchen. And that word should be important because it was not in the original question. If you had asked people something more accurate, like explain how a woman born as a man wins Woman of the Year, or do you think women earn less because they tend to choose different career paths than men? You would get some different answers, and those answers wouldn't be very useful. Wouldn't be very useful for getting rage clicks. So there you go. That's how you make your claim sound sciencey because you had a survey, even though it's complete bullshit. But you might be asking, what if you don't want to go through all the trouble of making an online survey? Well, no worries, because if you just go to Everyday Feminism, CNN, ABC, MSNBC, CBS, KXAN, Huffington Post, New York Times, Bloomberg News, Vice News, you don't need to even have a facade of having evidence. For example, let's talk about what owning a restaurant that's not vegan, or as some woke people call it, murder, and not letting it be called food. For this plan, you're only going to need a little molehill, and then I'm going to help you make a mountain out of it. In this case, our molehill is a restaurant in the Antler in Toronto. Some of their dishes contain meat instead of just all vegan, glucose free byproducts. Now, obviously, this isn't a big deal. It's just a hunk of dead animal in a single cafe in Canada. With that kind of attitude, you'll never get any rage clicks. And if you're on Rachel Maddow's show and your ratings are in the toilet because you have non-issues to whine about, you really need some rage clicks. So it's time to make that molehill into a mountain. Just screech, cry, and scream like a child who never grew up. So others know to step up and do what you won't do yourself. And then the others that feel bad for you might help. And also might help you get some kind of ripple effect that results in government overstepping their bounds and passing another law making it illegal to hurt other people's feelings. See, now you forced others to be woke, and no company has ever gone broke. Damn, those cis white people are trying to make you live in reality. Grow up and not be based and not go through life based on your emotions. How could you let that happen? And then people watching your show get mad at all those awful cis white people, even though you and I know they didn't actually do anything. In fact, they really don't care about your fucking feelings. But then you get the rage views. You get the rage money, you get the rage ad money, I'm sorry, and everything is fine. No one will think it's weird at all that you're so obsessed with trying to make non-straight cis white people out to be the victims. And for one final example, let's talk about what you do if you wanted to target centrist and wrong things specifically, not just straight cis white people. In that case, I had the perfect story for you. And wrong things specifically, not just straight cis white people. In that case, I had the perfect story for you that you can easily blow out of proportion with just a slight little twist. Even if you proclaim to be unbiased news source. So in this case, here's a story about constitutional rights that applies to everyone. Previously, the law stated that everyone is innocent until proven guilty regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, and the possible victim would have their accusations investigated. And only a jury with enough proof can determine whether or not an accused is guilty, and the judge is the only one who has the power to determine how the guilty person is to be punished. Recently, people have been being found guilty by public opinion and punished without any evidence, just someone's word to go on. This seems like a pretty reasonable thing. The U.S. has had a federal hate crime law in place since 1969, and in 2009 they updated it to include sexual orientation and gender identity. Laws like this are not uncommon, because as a society we have generally decided that hate crimes are bad unless it happens to white people or men. But all of that is boring and it won't get anyone angry. And if you want ad revenue, you gotta get people angry over nothing. So instead of boring people to death with details on hate crime laws, and just say racist white supremacist black officer shot a black man, run into a crowd of people while armed, or a sexist transphobic male refuses to date a woman who happens to have been born a man as well. You can also go with the racist privileged white woman calls the cops on black woman taking shelter from the rain, waiting for an Uber driver, and completely ignore the fact that both women were actually Hispanic. What exactly does transphobia or homophobia mean, though? Well, people spend years in jail because they accidentally misgendered someone. Will straight people nearly get attacked for calling a man sir, even though he's built like a brick shithouse? Of course they should, but people on the internet don't know that, and they're not gonna. They're not bother to take the time to research it before getting mad. So they'll share your article all over the place and direct their anger at innocent cis straight white males. But you profit, so it's okay. Anyway, that's all you need to know about her creating a scamming on the internet and making people mad, harming innocent communities, and making some money off of it all, while still playing the victim. I hope this could help you get out of there and be as unnecessarily cruel as you've ever wanted. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Yes, Riley. That was basically a parody of the bullshit you were spewing. Yes, Jason Apple Dennis. That is pretty much my little shitty parody of what you were doing. That's all you do. You just simply go off, complain, call people the victim, or call yourself a victim, even though you haven't done nothing. Or even though you're not even a victim, you're not marginalized. You're a straight freaking white guy. And you can sit there like, oh no, I was born a woman. No, you were not. You were born a dude. You have junk. I'll tell you what, here's another challenge for you, man. If that's not true, let's see you go next time you go on a vacation. Hop in a two-piece. Let's see if there's a camel hump or not. Or see if you got camel toe, huh? I find it interesting that you go and like, I'm a woman and I always wear shorts. Oh, let me guess. Because I'm so gay. Wear walk this rainbows. Yeah, right. No, you're straight. You're a guy, you're dating a woman. Maybe you can go with bisexual, but pretty much you're straight, man. This bullshit. And the story I used about the Hispanic woman calling the cops on the chick had autism is called Look Up Doorway Debbie. Again, funny how all of a sudden the news articles were sitting there like, oh, racist, and or calling her a racist even though she was Hispanic, and she called the cops on another Hispanic because she was just suffering from paranoia from being autistic. Or what about I think it was Ellie. The Cordian did a video about it, where it was actually a man pretending to be a woman gaming, who he didn't make the Overwatch League or whatever the hell, sports league, and then he pretended to be a chick. Suddenly he makes it in the Overwatch Sports League. I wonder why. I'm sorry, and like I said, I think I said it before, and it's been a while. But even my sister's like, yeah, no, I can tell the difference between male gamers and female gamers because she's told me men are actually better at video games than women. Again, these are her words. I don't know. I've kind of seen some proof because again, I play on console and PC, and both times I've seen women get owned. There's a few good ones, yes, but there's exceptions to every rule. So don't even act like that's the standard. Damn. Anyway, that's my first script. Yeah, you can see me reading it and all that, guys. And like I said, I'm just tired of this BS from freaking Jason. Honestly, just looking to be a victim, looking to be, oh, poor me, woe is me. Come on, get over it. You're not a victim. I'm not a victim, and I'm a minority. All right, I'm not a victim. I'm short. Like I said before, I'm like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't I'm short. That's all you need to know. Stop being a victim. Get over it. Everything you were talking about in your video is exactly what you do. Your sources are usually from like the Mary Sue, everyday feminism, and so on. You have entire videos on how characters in Smash Bros are gay because you want them to be gay. How deluded are you? I honestly didn't care. I never addressed the videos because it's just that stupid to me. It's like, oh, whatever, you know what I mean? He can do what he wants. I address it when you actually do something dumb. But if you want, I can do a parody of that, and I'll look up every gay freaking video game character, and I'll tell you how they're straight. That way I can identify with them better. How's that? Because I honestly don't give a damn. Resident Evil back in the day was a frightening game for me. I played it. The fact that both the character one character is a woman and the other wasn't. Well, we had one character was a woman and they were both white. Didn't change the game for me. And this is on both 1 and 2. They were great games. I enjoyed freaking Siphon Filter. The fact that it was, some heavy voiced white guy, or 6'3" white guy, didn't affect the fact that here I was not even in puberty yet when I was playing the game. It didn't matter. Parasite Eve, tall ass white woman. Didn't change the game. Still one of my favorite games. I will bring that up every chance I get. Stop looking to be a victim. You're the reason why things are wrong. And I really ought to do a video as to telling you and others like you to shut up. Because you are doing way more harm than good. But if I did that, it'd probably end up being a why I left the left 1.5. Because that's basically what it would be because of the amount of crap your people have done, people like you have done to harm people on my side of the aisle, or of my race, or I'll say minorities. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it there. You guys take care. I'll see y'all next time. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video, click that bell. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Don't agree with me? I hope I got the sound issue settled. Yeah, this ain't gonna be my best, but I hope it works. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Y'all take care.